I've always had this belief that animation is a genre of film that is constantly undermined or underrated of its powers. It goes back further than many of us could ever guess, and much has happened in it in the last century alone. Work that is shared and recognized all over the world, and something I feel, similar to music, can be regarded as a huge visual universal language. A 10-minute short can put together layers upon layers of images, sounds, music, a communication brought together for your brain to process milliseconds apart. It's an undisputed art that definitely seems to translate favorably, and most memorably, for many. In an age where technology seems to rule, there are just some things that cannot be emulated nor replaced. Although many developments were made to help animation evolve and grow at a quicker pace, Square One is one, in my opinion, where I find the best work came out of. And despite popular belief, there are still many who honor it too. This particular shared meal today was going to be run special delivery to a very special destination. And not even the fantastic New York cold was going to be an obstacle. In fact, many factors of New York and the artist's life hasn't stopped this studio from continuing to be a hub of ideas and visual thinking. And it was high time to pay it a visit.
Good to see you. Yay!
There's that saying of eat, breathe, live, and sleep your work. Such is the case here at Smithereenes Studio. An epitome of an artist dwelling in Midtown Manhattan in the truest sense of words. Evidence of creative minds, valued possessions, and making the absolute most of the available space.
When the last time you were here?
It was in the summertime, I remember,
Okay.
and it was hot. And I think that's why you didn't want me to come, because I was like, you're like, it's too hot in my apartment.
It is hot! We have the window open!
Kristen Smith and I met as mere teenagers at the summer pre-college program at Rhode Island School of Design. We never realize how many years it's been since that blazing hot summer in Providence, but once we do, all the events in between seem like mere minutes. Both her and her sister Choe ended up at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, studying animation and have been living in the city ever since. It's been many years of late nights at conceptualizing, storyboarding, executing, all the while continuing on the tradition of hand-drawn animation. Two women walking in the trail blazed by Mary Blair, Lotte Reiniger, Lillian Friedman, Reiko Okuyama, and Elizabeth Zwicker, to name a few. The stories they build into visuals are really quite extraordinary, merging technique with technology. As Choe has expanded her career into sound design, Kristen focuses on both the educative and artist areas of animation. Most recently, her newest project, partnered with Thomas Mann, is The Mild West, an animated series described as simply the story of a cowboy and his cactus.
That, then this picture makes him look manly enough to be on a tonic bottle. A virility tonic bottle. Just look at his mustache.
He's had that face fungus since he was 7.
No way! Sounds like the most masculine kid ever.
Though animation takes a giant piece of their hearts, living in New York has offered many opportunities for both sisters to spread their wings and dive right into its boundless art life. And not just diving, but absolutely thriving. And of course, a lot of it is just liquid Schwartz fuel for what is brought back here to the studio.
We're in our 9th year here.
Oh, wow.
We didn't think we would be here this long. Honestly, I thought I'd be here for maybe like 3 years. And then it just got like really easy to just stay.
It did. So you've been here, you've been here since NYU. Both of you were in NYU.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I moved here right when I graduated, and then Joy moved in with me her sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
We basically moved into another dorm,
Yeah.
and we've been here since. It's funny to look around and realize I still have artifacts from my college life, like,
That's okay.
hidden in places. Han Solo action figure that I bought freshman year.
There's nothing wrong with a Han Solo action figure.
Of course there isn't. The guy working at Toys R Us proposed to me because I had decided to pick one up for myself.
It had nothing to do with the fact that you're good looking and talented.
No.
No, not at all. Not at all. To have birthday parties
We've
here, though.
hosted dinner parties,
Yes.
football parties. We'll have we had 15 friends over for the playoffs one
That's-
year.
honestly,
and everyone
that's-
just sits on the floor. We made nachos on the floor, so we call them floor nachos now.
As long as your feet ain't in them, that's
yeah,
fine.
I mean it's picnic style when you come over.
And this is why your mom said when I see the show. What did your mom say?
She was like, "Oh, every time I see the commercials for Two Broke Girls, I think of you two."
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Zippity-doo-dah.
Dinner. Blue basket's got nothing on me.
The room I like to call the beating heart of a home is definitely one that these creative hearts require some crafty maneuvering.
This is our tiny little kitchen. Very narrow. We don't even have a real fridge. We have a mini fridge.
This is awesome because now I can do this. I feel tall.
Oh,
It's okay.
this becomes our countertop. When we need to chop or prep, all that stuff
Yes.
moves to the floor.
Do you use your stovetop as well?
Yes, absolutely. When necessary, we also use the living room floor. Chairs, piano benches, whatever surface.
This was definitely one challenge I wouldn't turn down just because of space, but not quite sure that the space itself agreed with me.
It's like playing Tetris.
Adventure.
It's like playing Tetris.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay there for a while.
And the kitchen was about to make its opposition heard.
So I totally just broke that, and I was trying to do the shot, and now I am bleeding.
I've got some
Scooby-Doo.
for you, but you might prefer a Scooby-Doo.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
A mere casualty of being dumb and not realizing my spatial
Living-
awareness. No one will ever know. Here we got some potatoes. No! Nobody saw. Well, you all will, but don't write in and say nasty things.
A fresh array of roasted vegetables and honey herb chicken would be a delicious one-pan dish fitting for our minimalistic approach.
You did it, girl! Woo!
Much deliciousness in one place.
Guess we'll just.
An indoor picnic dinner full of love and shared memories.
Like, all these girls were trying to kick us out because they were like, I don't want to watch this.
Like, no, we're watching cartoons.
And when supper's over, it's time for the sisters to revamp and head back to work.
Wake up, Jen.
Yay!
What was I supposed to say? That's the best trick ever. I'm sorry. Although a day job might be over, work continues for both Kristen and Joy in a joint venture that I find is truly one of their most ambitious and meaningful projects to date. In 2009, the Smith sisters founded Smithereenes, a greeting card company that began with a love of drawing and hands that were able to help. Working with Restore NYC, 90% of all proceeds do not go to themselves, but to the survivors of sex trafficking. As artists, humanitarians, and the ultimate determined women, these two are looking to help make change however they can with their work.
We decided to create a business around a project that we wanted to do when we first heard about a nonprofit called Restore NYC. They are seeking to start safe houses for women rescued from sex trafficking, which is a real problem in the city. And so when we met the people that work for Restore, we learned about the issue and we just wanted to help them do something about it. Being working artists, it's not like we had a lot of money we could give them. We decided to create a project, to create a business, like selling our illustrations to raise money that we would donate to Restore.
And in the process also create awareness of the issue.
I moved here for school from Connecticut, and I was lucky enough to land an internship that led to a job after graduation, and then I met people in that job that referred me to my next jobs, and so I guess I didn't plan to make a living here and to work here and to be an artist here, but that's kind of just what happened, and now that it's happened, I really like it, and I want to make it keep happening, and I'm just kind of stubbornly trying to make it work in New York City. I'm not really considering other cities just yet because I don't think I've exhausted the potential here. I guess I connect New York City a lot with just growing up and finding out who I am, and then exploring that through, personal projects and learning the tools to do that on the job.
I'm really thankful and grateful that I'm able to live in the city and be an artist. I feel like I'm finally getting to a point in my life where I have the life experiences, I'm starting to get enough life experiences where I can actually create things that are more meaningful and that I'm able to express myself better. So definitely would not trade that for anything.
Would you love to stay here for another 9 years in this place?
In this apartment?
And so, the beat goes on, with a very benevolent heart.